Yeah, I'm Capo Santana. I just hopped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Salute.
Mama told me life was a gamble, I had to roll the dice. Put myself in this situation, it can't be life.
All right, today we got G Unit Capo jumping off the porch with us today.
What's good, big bro?
How you feeling?
Slow motion.
I feel that, man. It's dope to have you here with us for sure, though.
I humbly appreciate y'all having me, big dog.
Nah, for sure. So tell us what you out here working on in Atlanta.
Right now, I'm basically promoting my highly anticipated debut album, Concrete Rose. I got some heavy features on the project, so I really think it's gonna shake something.
Okay. So where do you live now?
I actually live in Virginia right now, but I'm in the process of moving to LA.
Okay, shout out that. So what's life like out in Virginia for those who wouldn't know?
Virginia, man, I could just say it's real, big bro. You know what I mean? There's a lot of authenticity in Virginia, but it's hard for us to get our name out there because I feel like we get overlooked. You know what I mean? So I feel like we the underdog. But there's a lot of love in Virginia, man. It's just, we've been waiting that time.
For sure. How would you describe your childhood coming up in Norfolk, Virginia?
I can't lie, man. I had a good childhood, man. My mom, Dukes, that's my backbone, Constance. My sisters, I got 3 sisters, Tiffany, Zariel, and Monica. I got 3 beautiful sisters, man. My pops passed away last year. Yesterday was actually his birthday. Me driving down here to do the interview. So, man, my mom and my pops gave me a good childhood, bro. You know what I mean?
Dope.
I was blessed.
How would you describe your relationship with your mother in more detail?
That's my best friend, bro. That's like my best friend, my biggest critic, manager, all wrapped in one, for real. My mom do it all.
That's hard.
Yeah.
So when would you say you jumped off the porch?
When I jumped off the porch, I had to say about 14. About 14, that's when my big brother, he went back to Jersey. And I just started experiencing things that I wasn't accustomed to seeing in the household. You know what I mean? I got a little bit older, I could go outside, I started doing things I wasn't accustomed to doing when I was under my parents' supervision. So I say about 14, that's when I started getting into a little bit of trouble.
For sure. So how hard was 2021 for you so far with all the hardship you have faced?
Oh, man. I think 2021 was probably the hardest year of my life, big bro. Cause I lost my pops. I lost my artist, Wavy Wayne, my baby bro, got murdered. I lost my younger cousin to diabetes in her 30s. I lost my aunt. And probably 2 or 3 more friends, bro. So I probably took like 5 or 6 losses this year with death alone. So it's just been a rough year for me, personal. It's been a rough year.
So how you been holding up after all that death?
Just music, bro. I ain't gonna lie, smoking a lot of weed, praying to Allah every day, 5 times a day, man, and making music, bro. Cause that's my sanctuary, bro, the studio,
for sure.
Being on stage.
What would you say is the biggest life lesson you learned growing up?
To never give up, to never quit. You know what I mean? Eventually it's gonna happen for you if you keep being persistent, you know what I mean? You keep grinding for it, you know what I mean? Anything you want in this life, bad enough, bro, you pray and you grind, you'll get it. It just takes time. I think patience is the hardest thing for everybody, you know what I mean? Being patient to get what you ultimately deserve, but you keep grinding, it'll pay off.
For sure. What would you say is the biggest obstacle you overcame so far in life?
The biggest obstacle? I gotta get that some thought real quick, for real. The biggest obstacle. I think just finding my purpose, because I'm a father, I got 5 kids, so I ain't gonna lie, because you know, I gotta be 100. I want the best father starting out, you know what I mean? I was young, I made a lot of mistakes, you know what I mean? But when I found my purpose, and I found out like why the Most High put me on this earth, is to be a father first, and then to make music, I started to understand the mistakes I was making and how I could correct them. So now I'm like in a transition process. I'm trusting my process to become a better father. So, I mean, I'm a work of art.
That's dope.
Appreciate
what
it,
motivated you to start making music?
Honestly, it's my pops, man. R.I.P. to my pops, because he started me doing it with my Uncle Teddy Riley, the legend Teddy Riley from Blackstreet, when I was 9 years old. I was in a group called Rough Enough, and we actually had a deal with Tommy Boy Records. So I actually started making music since a youngin'.
Who would you list as some of your musical influences?
I definitely have to say number one would be Tupac. And then the next one would be Nipsey. Tupac as a youngin' made me want to be like a big time rapper. I ain't really catch on to his poetry and like the meaning to some of his stuff till I was older, but Nipsey really inspired me the most though. You know what I mean? Sometimes people say they see a similarity, but it's just me paying my homage, my respect to him, because me and him was actually friends. I met him in the beginning of his career when he did his first mixtape, Bullets Ain't Got No Name, Volume 1. We met in Norfolk at the Norfolk. So I actually had a chance to like talk to him, text him. Me, him, and J-Rock was supposed to get on the song together. I got J-Rock from Top Dog on the single for the album, but Nip ain't never get on the joint because he ended up switching managers. So we lost contact, but Nip was definitely an impact in my career and my life though.
That's dope.
Real shit.
When would you say you started taking music serious?
I started when I was 9, but I ain't started taking it serious until like 2007. You know what I mean? 2007, that's all I wanted to do every day. Eat, sleep, and to this day right now.
So how did you get your rap name?
G-Unit Capo came from Maserati Fox because before I was signed to Big U, my manager Big U, salute to my manager Big U from Unique Music. Before I was with him, I was actually signed to a 3-album deal with 50 Cent and his artist Maserati Fox. Maserati Fox got killed a few years back. But when I was in my 3-year deal with G-Unit Dumbouts, Maserati Fox gave me that name. The first World Star Hip Hop we did, the blog, he told me I was the capo of the unit, and we just ran with it. But now, since I'm with a new label and we working the deal out right now, my major deal out, we switched the name over from G-Unit Capo to let the brand breathe, you feel me, to Capo Santana, so it's Capo Santana now.
Okay, that's dope.
Already.
How would you describe your current thoughts on the rap game?
I ain't gonna lie, I love where music at right now, but I still feel like we got a lot of growing to do. Cause I felt like when Nip was here, he was transitioning the game back to a different element of music, and he opened doors for a lot of artists like myself and thousands of other artists across the country who not like following the trend. Cause you know, majority of the artists nowadays, they follow the trend, they do the auto-tune. No disrespect to auto-tune. I got a few auto-tune songs, but that's not my bread and butter. I had to learn how to be myself, be unique. And I feel like that's why I feel like the game need to get to, being yourself more, instead of trying to be like the next artist who already done sold 10, 15 million streams or whatever.
I feel that.
But just salute to everybody out though. I definitely love what's going on though.
For sure. What would you say is the biggest risk you took that paid off?
Biggest risk. I drove from Virginia to LA. Me and my team, my label, when I signed with Big U. I drove, so that's cross country. It took altogether like 57 hours. But I just wanted to show them my dedication because I fly all the time. But even in my single Sunshine, my single, I said I drove the gang to LA. I got tired of flying. I just wanted to show him my dedication to this music and how humbled I was to be signing with him. So that was definitely a risk I took that paid off.
For sure. So taking it back a little bit more, how did you end up linking with Mazarati Fox?
I met Maserati Fox through French Montana. French Montana and my godbrother Allen Iverson, they know each other. And I was signed with Allen Iverson before the deal. You know what I mean? That's my big brother, and Ty Gracie, salute to Ty Gracie. That's Allen Iverson's best friend. When I signed with them, we had a show at the Virginia House of Comedy in Virginia, and French Montana was coming with Cocaine City. This one he was with Akon, and he was doing the Cocaine City DVD. He came to actually shoot the footage on Allen Iverson, but Bubba Chuck couldn't make it. So him and Ty Gracie let me show up for them because I was the artist. And when French came, he asked the owner, could he bring him and his team, the Coke Boys, in my section. I was like, damn right, bring them in. We was in there smoking 212, and I didn't even know he had Maserati Fox from G-Unit with him. Big, tall dude, 4 or 5 big chains on, but I didn't know who he was until they hit the stage and they started performing. And then after they performed, they came back to the section, and Maz was like, damn, son, what's your name? Like, he said, I look like something. And I told him my name at the time. My name was Hollywood Blanca. So I gave him a CD when I told him my name, because I heard him say G Unit. And I was like, damn, I love 50. So I gave him the CD. He was like, shit, let's go flick it up. We went to the picture booth. We took 2 pictures. And he was like, matter of fact, give me your number. I'm going to check the CD out. If I fuck with, I'm going to call you back. And man, I swear, not even 48 hours later, he called my friend phone, because I ain't gonna lie, I had a Boost Mobile at the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't even want him to see my Boost. So I got my 7-foot other homeboy that was with me, Jug. I used his phone, and I gave Mozzie his number. And he called Mozzie 2 days later and was like, what Hollywood at? And he was like, man, he not with me right now, but I'm gonna tell him to call you. And when I called him, I went straight to New York, bro, and we signed a deal, 3-album deal with G Unit Dumb Universal. And we did the World Star Hip Hop that's up right now.
That's hard.
Facts.
What can you tell us about Maserati Fox that nobody will know?
Man, he got a big heart, bro. Like the streets know him as being this big killer or 50, one of 50 OG gangsters. He is that, you dig what I'm saying? But he is a lot more to him. Like he had a big heart. He was a teacher, you know what I mean, a father. He had kids, you know what I mean? He got some loving kids, bro. Like he was a great dad too. I'm cool with all his kids, and then he got brothers, sisters, everything, bro. So he was just a family guy too. And the media don't never put that out there. All they talk about is his cases, attempted murder charges, and the negativity, but he had a lot of positive with him too. So I wanted to let the world know it was a lot more positive with G Unit Dumb than what's being promoted, you know what I mean, on the internet.
That's real.
Fact.
Like you stated earlier, you were once signed to Allen Iverson, right?
Yeah.
But you were also signed to DeAngelo Hall.
Facts, that's my cousin.
How did those two situations come about?
First, I was signed with DeAngelo Hall first, my cousin, because we all from Virginia, the 757. So when my cousin got drafted to the Falcons, it was just like one big 757 mixing bowl, man. Michael Vick was playing on the Falcons with him too, and he had started his own independent label. Allen Iverson had started his, and then my cousin had started his, Big Time 21, that I got tatted on my arm. So we was like, we all said, instead of us doing it separate, we might have just joined together one big conglomerate and let's push them. And man, it got me to places I never imagined being, bro. So I'm humbly grateful for all of them. Bubba Chuck, Ty Gracie, D Hall, all of them for looking out for me.
That's hard. What kind of single deal did you sign with NBA legend Stephan Marbury for his global ball?
I actually made the actual theme song for the ball. It's called Globe Ball. It's out right now on iTunes, Tidal, on all internet digital platforms. So the deal is, when the ball actually comes out in the United States and Walmart, Best Buy, it's gonna come with my single too. So it'll play my single when you have the ball. So that's like a blessing to me in disguise, because he already got close to 1 million pre-sales already off the ball, and it's not even in the stores yet. So when it actually come out in the States, my single, the Globe Ball, actually be sold in Best Buy, Walmart, and Target with his ball. So it was a blessing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So when did Big U become your manager?
2020. It's been about almost 14 months now. And I gotta give Big Bro the utmost love and respect, because he really put me in a position to win, you know what I mean? Like even being here with y'all is a blessing. And it seemed like after I signed with Big Bro, it's like so many doors started opening that was closing on me when everything was falling apart at G Unit Dumb when Maserati Fox got killed. So he actually like was a breath of fresh air, like a blessing for real. So I mean, big love to my manager, my uncle, Big U, Unique Music for life.
And what single are you pushing right now?
Right now I'm pushing Sunshine, and then the next single is gonna be Talk Nice to Me, and the backup single is Farewell from the Islands, and that's my tribute song to my pops.
Okay.
Facts.
So what else can you tell us about the upcoming project?
I got Paul Wall on the album. We got a hit single called Scammers. I got a Grammy Award winning artist, J-Rock from Top Dog. We got 2 singles on my album, Fame and Graffiti. I got a single with Jay Stone called Have It Your Way. Who else I got on the album? Glasses Malone. We got a song called Hip Hop Gumbo. Me and Vado, we got a song called Change Me. And Yaya Flawless, we got a real crazy record called Neiman Marcus. And then there's a couple other features up there I don't want to put out yet. I want the fans to, just tap in.
For sure. Talk to us more about your label, 3133 Entertainment.
I actually started my label like 5 years ago. Me and my pops actually did it together at first. And I really wanted to do that because I knew my brother was in the feds, my big brother. Shout out to my brother Dante. showed me how to rap. When he got locked up, I said I was really gonna go hard on the independent side with it, because that's what my big brother wanted me to do. So when I started the label 3133, it was more so to prove to my brother that I could hold it down while he was gone. So when my big brother called me, he found out that me and Pop started the label. He was excited like a motherfucker. I ain't never felt that energy from him while he was locked up, because normally he just calm and poised, but he was excited. He even talked about when he come home how he was gonna do this and that and the third. So I was like, I ain't gonna let him down. I tattooed the music notes on my face so I could remind myself every morning that I'm in this forever. Like, I'm gonna die doing this, bro. Like, so my label, I got like 7 to 8 artists. Trap Michael Jackson, he from Atlanta. Big Money J from Virginia. Toonk, he from Virginia. Nick Savage. My artist that got killed, R.I.P. to my baby bro, Wavy Wayne. He was he was gonna be something big. I got some more artists too, you know what I mean? I don't wanna put everybody out there because their projects ain't ready yet, but I got a whole slew. The gang, we ready, man. It ain't just me, it's bigger than me.
For sure. And if there's one thing you would want to see the world change, what would it be?
If the world couldn't be so judgmental, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to pull the race card, because I think that's like, everybody talk about that, you know what I mean? But I think if we start with ourselves, you know what I mean? Self-reflection and self-improvement, you dig? Self-love, because once you learn how to love yourself, you'll be able to love and respect others. But I think that's where the world messed up at. A lot of people lost, they don't love themselves, so they looking to blow that steam and criticize somebody else before they even get to know them, you know what I mean? So I think if the world was less judgmental and more open-minded and listen more, less talking and more listening, I think we'll be better off.
I fuck with that. So what else are you working on right now?
I got a documentary coming out with my album. It's called All Eyes on Capo. It's gonna come out, so like a double disc. You know what I mean? And the actual CD is gonna be limited, you know what I mean? So the fans can actually get the documentary with it. Now online, you can just get the album. But all my fans who gonna actually buy the album, the physical CD, they get the documentary, the DVD with it. And it got everybody up there, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
How important is fatherhood to you?
Man, it's real important, bro. Like, man, I just got to see my son I ain't seen him in a long time. I just went to New York with my mom to see him. And it was just like the best feeling, bro. You know what I mean? Because I went a few years without seeing my oldest son. And it was like that connection I had with him is something that I want to hold on to forever. You know what I mean? So it's just like, my music is the only way that I know I can be close with all 5 of my kids, because I got 4 baby mamas. So it ain't just as easy for me to get all my kids and be in each of their lives, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not talking about money, you know what I mean? The child support will get paid, but I'm talking about being there physically, teaching them, growing with them, cooking for them, you know what I mean? Laughing, joking. I miss out on a lot of those opportunities, you know what I mean? Sacrificing with this music. So fatherhood is like my motivation for doing this music, so I can be a better father to them. You know what I mean? That's my #1 goal out of all this, bro. I won't lie to you, bro. Because I ain't there yet, but I'm getting there, though, facts.
Yeah. Any last words and shout outs?
Man, I gotta shout out my big bro, Sacco, out there in Portsmouth. Sacco, what it do, baby? You already know the vibes. Big salute to my mama, man. I love you, mama. She my everything, man, my backbone. My sisters, my nephews, Ashton, LJ, my niece Cameron Jade, she's 16 in college. My baby sister Monica. Man, the whole gang, man. Free my brother Deuce in the feds. Big salute to my manager, my uncle Big U, Unique Music, the whole label, OSB Feezy, Critical, Mike Watts, the whole gang, man. Doe, salute. We coming, man, for real. And big salute to Dirty Glove Bastard, man, off the porch. We working.
For sure. Capo Santana, we appreciate you having me today, gang.
Man, I appreciate y'all too, big dog.
For sure.
Mama told me life was a gamble, I had to roll the dice. Put myself in this situation, it can't be life. I used to watch you sleep to make sure you